Hey y'all, I got another excellent guest on here. You feel me? One of the best realtors out here in San Diego. She was dropping in like some gems on me. What was it, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, a
You
couple
te-
weeks ago.
yeah, and I was like, hold on, I gotta get you back on the show. You feel me? Because she was one of my first guests on me and my bro Frank, the Magic Think Tank podcast. You feel me? You were like I think my second or third guest.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, yo, I gotta get you back on the show so you can hit us with your expertise in the housing market and real estate and things in that nature. You feel me? And let me just introduce y'all. Feel me? I know I'm talking. I'm like, yo, you feel me? They're like, who the f you talking about? Look, you know what I mean? Sheri Jones, one half of Black San Diego. Like I
Yes.
said earlier, one of the best realtors out here. You feel me? Gaming me up with some knowledge that I didn't even know about the housing market and things in that nature. You feel me? And before I let you talk, I gotta give you some air horns, hand clap for you too. You feel me? I appreciate you. You feel me for coming on to the show. And now the floor is yours to tell my audience about yourself, what you do, how long you've been in the housing game, and stuff in that nature. So,
Right.
floor is yours.
Okay. Like you said, my name is Sheri. I am a licensed real estate broker here in San Diego. I've been licensed for over 10 years now. I own my own brokerage. It's called SAKK Realty, which is named after me and my daughters. So Shri, Amaya, Kiara, and Kayla. Um, it's crazy because I just posted that on social media and everybody, what? We didn't, all these many years, we didn't know that what SAKK Realty stood for. So
Yeah,
to be
me neither.
clear, it's named after me and my daughters. I have 3 daughters. And so when I was trying to create my company in 2017, I was thinking about a name. And
Hmm.
I used to always say like sack days out, sack day out, sack girls, all this. My dad was like, just name it sack. So that's
Yeah.
kind of how the name came about. But like I said, I've been doing this for over 10 years, started my company in 2017. I
Okay.
have 5 realtors right now. So we are just working on all of Southern California. I really focus in San Diego, but we do handle all of Southern California for sure.
Okay. So, I remember when I was talking to you a couple weeks ago, I was asking you about like specifically the San Diego housing
Mm-hmm.
market. And I was like, is it good to buy? Is it good to wait? And you was giving me some game, and I want you to give the people the game that you was giving me.
Right. So the number one question I always get, especially like in this, in this moment in the market, is like,
Mhm.
is now a good time to buy? Because I heard it's not a good time to buy. So my response is always the best time to buy is when you are ready.
Mm.
You can't time the market. You can't project the market. There's no crystal ball. I've been through the ups and downs of the market, the interest rates and everything. Is the market going to crash? We don't know. I mean, it
Mhm.
looks pretty stable and healthy. So my answer is always like the time to buy is when you are financially, emotionally, mentally, all of that ready to buy a house. And if you can afford it, then buy it.
Okay, hell yeah. All right. For the people out there, can you tell them kind of the process of trying to get a crib? Because like I was enthralled in that process, and some shit I was like, oh god damn, I wish I would have known this before. You feel me? So
Right.
like let the people know out there kind of the process of becoming a homeowner.
Right. So the first step, you want to talk to a realtor. I mean, if you're in San Diego or Southern California, of course, me.
Yeah,
But the first step would be talking to a realtor. And then once you kind of talk to your realtor, you guys kind of make a game plan. I always recommend your starting point really would be to talk to a lender. And most realtors have their team already together. So they'll have lenders that they work with. So for me, I have several lenders that I work with. So initially I would be like, hey, talk to my lender. Shout out to SD Mortgage Couple, Tracy and Michael. Those are kind of like my lender partners, my main ones that I work with, but I work with others. And really, when I'm doing buyer consultations, I kind of see like I vibe with them. Like, what is their vibe? What are they looking for? What is their financial situation? And depending on the answers and the responses and just like their overall personality, I connect them with a lender that I feel like they will vibe with. But
okay.
Tracy's my normal go to, but if I feel like, hey, that's not gonna be the right fit, I got others.
Mm-hmm.
But really, like, the lender is gonna tell you, like, this is what you need for financially. And a lot of times when I'm doing buyer consultations, I kind of ask those like questions, how long have you been at your job? You've been at your job for 2 years. If you're, entrepreneur, are you keeping your records straight? Are you filing your taxes? Are you showing that you're making an income? Because a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we try and write everything off, and you cannot buy a house with making negative $20,000 on your taxes. So it doesn't work that way. So you want to be able to show a profit that you can actually afford a house. And then also ask, like, what is your credit score? Of course, the higher the credit score, the better opportunities that you have. But I've seen people buy houses like, in the 580s and be completely okay.
Wait a minute, time out. 580?
Yeah, you can definitely buy a house like 580, but it gets tricky. It gets a little funky. So your best bet, you want to definitely have you could do 620, but I do like 680 and above. And like I said, of course, the higher the credit score, just the better interest rate you have, the easier it is to buy. When you have a lower credit score, the lender is going to want all your information. They want a lot more. They want you to do a lot more work. So it is, of course, like getting your credit together, no late payments, no collections. If you do, there's still workaround, but those are the things that you're kind of looking at on your credit and your credit score. And then assets, how much assets do you have? And I would say, like, how much access to cash do you have? Because you have a 401k, any type of retirement. Do you have gift funds? That kind of comes into play too. So when I say
hold
like
on.
access,
What is gift funds?
So like if you have a mom, dad, brother, sister, cousin, auntie, whoever that can give you funds for a down payment or closing costs, we consider those gift funds. And so like I have a client right now that is getting a large amount, like 6 figures in gift funds from like his parents that's going to help him buy a property. So when we say gift funds, it would be like, hey, how much access to cash do you have that's readily available to you at this moment? So really that's just, income, assets, and like your credit score is going to be key in buying a property.
Okay. So do you deal only in residential, or do you deal in like commercial real estate too?
So I don't really do commercial. Commercial is like a whole different beast. A lot of times when you meet realtors, they're either going to be commercial or they're going to be residential. It's going to be rare that you see somebody that kind of does both, just because it's totally two different beasts, and one's going to take up more of your time than the other.
Okay. All right. Shit, I didn't know that. I thought y'all combine and at times.
I mean, I could do commercial, but that's one beast that I'm not trying to take on.
Okay. I feel you. All right. So with the interest rates, how they are right now, like what they're like 7 or 8%.
We're like tap dancing around 6 and 7.
Okay. Do you feel that it's better to buy property outside of California compared to in California? Because I hear different stories from different people within this field, and I want to know your thoughts on it.
So it depends on what your ultimate goal is. If you are living in California and you want to purchase outside of California for like maybe a rental or an investment or something, that's going to require a little bit more cash on you, maybe like 20% down. But if your goal is like, hey, I just want to do an investment property outside and just kind of create like some residential income every month, then yeah, that's a great fit. But if you're like, hey, I want to build equity pretty quickly, a large amount of cash, then that may not be the best fit. I will say, like, for San Diego, our average annual appreciation is about 18%. So we appreciate faster and higher than any other state and city does. So it's like, if you buy out here, you're going to build equity a lot faster than if you were to go to like Texas or maybe Mississippi or something.
Okay. Shit, 18%. I didn't even know that shit. I was like, 18%.
Yeah. So it's like so that's why like people say, oh, I'm moving to Texas or something because it's cheaper or it's more affordable. But you really have to sit down and make a game plan. Like, what's important to you?
Mm-hmm.
what ultimately is your end game for, approaching like the real estate market. And then that can assess like what direction you want to go in.
Okay. Hell yeah. Shit, 18% really fucking good, y'all. Y'all don't understand.
Yeah, no.
Good Lord. Wow. All right. So my next question is for you that real estate as a whole, just not California. Do you think we in a good position or a bad position right now? Just in America as a whole. I feel like California kind of good, but you can afford it. You feel me? But
Right.
yeah.
So, I mean, real estate is always going to be the best way to build like generational wealth and just wealth in general. So
Okay.
that's why I say, like, if you can buy a home, regardless what state, city, anywhere that you buy, I say like buy it. Just because the like the home prices, they're not going to go down. Everybody's waiting for like, oh, we're going to have a crash, or the home prices are going to go down, it's going to slow down. But even still, like if it goes down, like I'm gonna buy a new house. Like I'm gonna buy another house because now it's affordable. But that means that everybody else is gonna have the same thought process. So I'm saying like if you're in a position to buy, so it's kind of like if you're asking that question, it goes by what side of the coin are you on? Like that's gonna be really what it comes down to. So if I'm on, if I'm in San Diego and I own a home, I'm in a great position and I have a lot of leverage here. And so then if I don't own a home, then it's like my dream is to buy a home. I may not be the best situation because the home prices and the interest rates are so high, but you just can't go wrong. When I bought my first house, like in 2011, 12, I got a 5-bedroom house in Spring Valley for like $278. And like, there's no way you can't even buy a condo out here for that price point.
I
And
know.
so, yeah, and like we sold it 2 years later and made $80,000. Like we took our money and ran with it, So it's just like and this was before I was like really, really in real estate. So I kind of like understood, like I just saw it working, and I was like, man, it's kind of smart. What else can I do? And like now we bought a house in 2019, so about 4.5 years ago, and kind of, I won't say we rich, but like we rich.
Y'all
Like we
living
got
up?
like
Yeah.
the American pie, like, that they say, like the price that we bought our house, you can't even buy a condo for right now. So it's just like putting yourself in the best position, but not only just for ourselves, but like for our kids too.
Okay. Hell yeah. Hold on. I gotta give you some hand claps for that. You feel me? Goddamn, 2011.
Right.
Yeah. You feel me? All right. I did want to ask this too. So when me and my lady was looking for a crib, we were seeing certain things. We were seeing manufacturing homes,
Okay.
dean homes, stuff like that. Can you kind of explain those things and I guess the pros and cons of them?
Right. It's so crazy because like this last week, I've gotten this like conversation like so many times than like usual. So when we talk about like manufactured homes or mobile homes or anything like that, in San Diego, it just doesn't make sense. But I will say, depending on the direction you want to go with real estate. So most people buy real estate as an investment, even if you're living here. Like my home is still an investment. It's my cash cow. It's if I get in some shit. Can I say shit? But if I get in some shit, like, like we could sell it or, pull cash out and, get out of that shit. So, but for mobile homes or manufactured homes, the value just isn't there. And most people, when they buy their home, they're like building equities so that way they can buy the next home and the next home. And then eventually their forever home. When you see people have those $1 million homes, it's probably not their first home. It's probably like their 5th home or something that they just built their wealth and to get to that point. So in manufactured homes, though, I mean, everybody sees like a price tag of like 100K, maybe 200K. But one thing about it is that you don't own the land. So they make you pay for a land lease. The land lease is about, on average, $1,600 a month. And so I think I was doing the math for somebody, their mortgage would have been about $3,800, where it's like you're better off just buying a condo or something like in San Diego. And then if you're trying to sell it, in 5 years, you don't really appreciate like you do as a home. So you're going to be stuck with either taking a hit or like add value. And then on top of that, they're harder to sell too. So Financially, it just doesn't make sense if your long-term goal is to like really build wealth with it.
Okay. Okay. This what I got from the manufactured homes. I feel like they for old motherfuckers.
Or old folks. I would say, I don't know, it's some mixed people in there, but it is a nice little like retirement. You don't have to like do too much of anything.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about building wealth, it's just not there. So
I mean, when I get old, I wouldn't mind having a little manufacturing home. Like, look, I ain't got to worry about it. You feel me?
I feel
Yeah.
it.
But that's what I was noticing, and you actually taught me something new that I didn't even know, was that when you get a manufacturing home, you gotta do a land lease. I didn't even know that shit. Is that included in the price ticket, or that's something they try to sweep
that's
under the
something
rug?
different. It's like a HOA fee. Like you got an extra fee.
Yo.
Yeah. And you're talking about like, on average $1,600. Like it just doesn't make sense at all.
Oh. Damn.
So that's the part that people don't see. They only see a $100,000 price tag and be like, yeah, I'm about to buy a manufactured home. But there's so much more that goes into it. So, and you have to be approved to live in that mobile park home or the manufactured community. Like they have to approve you to live there. So it's a whole process.
I don't know, but I don't know why that sounded kind of racist. Like you got to be approved in the mobile homes. I'm like, we know who in the mobile homes, right?
Right. I'm just saying.
Yo, hey, y'all better be watching this, because look, yo, just think it would have bought a manufactured home and then been like, yeah, you got a land lease too, and you're like, I'm thinking, yo, we about to pay like what, $1,500, $1,800 for rent. They hit you another $600. Like, damn, now it's $3,000.
Right. Oh. Exactly.
Yo. Thank you, Sheri. I did not know that shit.
Sure. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't see that little price tag on there, and they can raise it every year too. So it's 16 now; it could go up next year. So it's just not there.
So what's the point of manufacturing homes? I'm kind of confused at this point.
I mean, people like them. People live there and they like them, and it could be a good opportunity depending on what your situation is. But if the end goal is like, hey, I want to build generational wealth, I want to leave something for my kids, then that may not be like the best approach for your situation.
Okay, I get it. Hell yeah. All right. Well, I'm still baffled, because I'm like, God damn, I was seeing manufacturing homes for like $300K, and I'm like winning. Yo, this thing you get hit with that land lease, you like, God damn it, I could have bought a $500,000
regular. Exactly. Yeah, that's why it really, when you break it down, you're kind of like, I could just go buy something else for that matter. So
yo, I'm about to tell my lady this. She's gonna be like, hold on now.
Like, pause.
Oh, no. Jesus. Yo. All right. So there was another type of home that I did hear of. I think they called it a deed home or something like that. Have you heard of something like that?
It's called a what?
I think it's called a deed home, or
a deed home.
Yeah.
Or a HUD home.
A what home?
A HUD home. I
think it may been that, because we saw an apartment out in North Park, and it was like the condos, the super nice and stuff. But a realtor told us it was called, I forget the name of it, but it don't really appreciate.
Okay. You're talking about a deed restriction home. I know what you're talking about.
That's what it is. Yeah.
I know, and I know exactly what house you're talking about too. It was like on Ohio Street or something like that.
Ding, ding, ding. Hold on. Do we got a ding, ding, ding sound effect? I think I got one. Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
How nobody get into it? Somebody, is it haunted? I'm thinking of other things like it might be haunted. They got to tell you if somebody passed away, and they'd be like, hold on. Yeah, wait a minute. I was thinking that. But can you explain that type of home? Because it's very confusing. You feel me when you see that?
So a deed restriction home is when you basically, it's like a subsidized living arrangement of housing, pretty much, where the government's like, hey, we have this affordable housing. We want to make housing affordable for everyone. We want everybody to be able to have the American dream and buy a home.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the catch: we're going to make it affordable. You can purchase it at $350,000, and the HOA fees are low. The entryway in there is like really low. Cool, I'm a
Yeah.
homeowner now. But when you're like ready to sell in like 3 to 5 years, you're like, hey, my neighbor's house now is worth like, $700,000. I'm about to cash out. But the government's like, no, we have to keep it affordable for the next buyer. So
Oh,
therefore, the price point is still going to be around like that 350. So you spent this 5 years, at a annual appreciation at 18%. So you're thinking like, okay, I'm about to cash out on my 18% per year.
yeah.
And no, the government's like, no, it's deed restricted. You can't really make nothing from it. So it doesn't really, so it gives apartment because like you're paying into something every
Yeah.
month and you get nothing out of it. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much what it is. Whereas, you go live somewhere else. The whole goal is you live somewhere, you have a house, you pay mortgage, and you collect on that equity when it's time to go in those 3 to 5 years. But no, not with a deed restricted house.
Wow. The government, you dirty motherfucker. God damn.
But you own a home, that's what it is. You own a home. And so if you don't understand like the point of home ownership, then
Mm-hmm.
of course you'd be like, okay, let me do this. This makes sense. But,
Mm-hmm.
the whole point, well, I see it as an investment is for me to make money by just living in something. So
Yeah. They try to fool you too. Hey, people out there that don't know San Diego, it's in North Park. North Park is actually really fucking nice.
it's
You feel me?
expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive and nice, and they show it like, look at this spot. You homeowner, the rent is cheap. Oh man, you can walk to the bars. I was
Right.
like, God damn, this is perfect. Nope. They start telling what you told me. Like, God damn, y'all
Yeah.
hear this, people out there? Don't do manufactured homes and the deed restricted homes. Be careful, y'all.
Yeah.
God
Just
damn.
you definitely want to do your due diligence and whatever it is that you're buying. And that's why it's important to have that conversation with your realtor and say, my ultimate goal is this. This is what I want to do. This is where I want to end. Is this my forever home? I want to build up to my forever home. And then if you have a really good realtor, your realtor will be able to help you create that plan for what it is that you're trying to accomplish.
Damn. That's some good game right there. Hell yeah. All right. So my last question will be this. Um, I feel like you're an anomaly in
Okay.
the like realtor game. You feel me? Because I think black people in real estate and realtors and loan officers, I think they're between 2 to 5%.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So
Fair.
does how does that feel? Is it nerve wracking, or is it kind of like it doesn't really matter because you have your own people? Like, what's the process of that? You know what I mean?
Right. So for me, when I first started, I would say like a few years after I started kind of taking it like really seriously because I came from the accounting world. I did real estate here and there for like friends and family. And then as
Hmm.
I started being like, okay, I'm really going to grow my business, I would go to networking events. That would be the hardest part because sometimes I would be the only one there.
Yeah.
And I was like really young. I mean, I'm still young, but I was younger
Hmm.
and I was a broker too. So for all you guys don't know, like a real estate broker and a realtor. So you'll have a real estate agent, a real estate broker, and a realtor. Well, a real
Okay.
estate agent is, real estate broker is like they can own their own brokerage. They take the liability. They can have agents, and agents have to work for a broker. So when
Okay.
you hear real estate broker, it means like I'm the head honcho. That's just what it is. And then
Yeah.
realtor, basically you pay into a membership and you're a realtor. So like I'm a real estate broker and a realtor. So just kind of break that out. But I would go to networking events and then I felt like I had to beg for a seat at the table. And it was kind of like,
Mm.
well, why are you here? I was like the cute little black girl. And I was just kind of
Yeah.
like, man, this is kind of hard. And I would be like, yeah, like I have a degree in this. And then I have a bachelor's degree and I have a real estate this and this, that, and other. And it was like, oh my God, really? You're a broker? Come sit with us. And
Oh,
so that was like too much for me. And so
mhm.
I kind of had this idea, like if I feel this way, I'm pretty sure that other people feel this way too. So
Mhm.
that's how kind of Black San Diego came about, where
Okay.
I wanted to create a space for, just to be comfortable and not have to code switch and not having to be something that you're not and not having to beg at the seat of the table. I basically want to create my own table. So
Okay.
me and a childhood friend, that's how we created Black San Diego. And now it's like, now here I am, fast forward to, 2023. I
Yeah.
don't feel like I used to feel. And I think it was like building the confidence in like Black San Diego and then making my name in the real estate world, where now I'm still the only one in spaces, but I've
Mhm.
gotten so comfortable where I walk in the room and people are like, "Oh my God, hey Sheri, you in the room? Like, what's up?" So I
Yeah.
don't black and white thing anymore, but it took a
Mhm.
lot of work for me to actually get to that point of making my name in the real estate. So I wasn't just a cute Black girl, but
Mhm.
now it's just like I'm bigger than that. And I think like I've been in the San Diego Real Producers Magazine twice, which is
Okay.
like a real estate magazine for top producing realtors. But that has like really opened a lot of doors just for me to be like, hey, like having those conversations and people know who I am. So the first one, I had my own broker spotlight. And then the second one, I was like on the front cover with other agents. There's only been 2 Black realtors in this magazine since it started, created, and I was the second one in there. So it was like a big deal of building that confidence up and saying like, okay, I'm here, I'm in the room, my head held high. But
Yeah.
it's a lot of work to get here just to be in that space because it wasn't easy at all. And I think too, like I'm speaking tomorrow at for a community college for the Black
Okay.
Professionals Day. And I was in my intro, I was saying like, hey, Blacks only make up 5% of realtors, period. And on average, we only make $16,000 a year, which is not a
Wait.
lot of money.
Time out. Time
Chief
out. Hold on.
workers can make more money than that. Like, yeah.
16K a year? That's below
Mhm.
poverty. God
Right.
damn.
That's why a lot of times Black realtors, they do it part-time or they do it here and there because it's just not sustainable for us. But
Yeah.
you really have to be knocking down barriers to really kind of be in position to really make it work for you. Yep.
Yeah, that is tough.
Mm-hmm.
God damn. And
Yep.
you write about them real estate networking events. I'm not in the real estate, but I like to learn some stuff. And I've
Right.
been to a couple, and I see us sprinkled in here and there.
Yep. Just sprinkle
I
here
feel
and
like,
there. Yep.
yeah, it'd be like 60 people, and I'm like, well, at least it's 2 hands of it. It'd be 6.
Right.
Like, God damn. Oh my
Right.
goodness. All right. I know I said that was my last question, but you brought up Black San Diego, and
Yeah.
now I want you to expound on Black San Diego before we get out of here.
Okay, so Black San Diego is a platform to empower Black-owned businesses, entrepreneurs, and Black professionals in and out of San Diego in order to empower and strengthen our community. We help business owners, Black business owners, to start, develop, and sustain their business. So we started in 2017. Me and my business partner, Tanisha, we've been friends since we're 11. We actually used to run check together. So, and I always tell that story because it's really important of just like how connected we are. And we're both natives of San Diego. And we got tired of hearing people say like, where the Black folks at?
Yeah.
Because being a native of San Diego, like we know where the Black folks is at. We know where to go to find our people, but also understanding that San Diego is a transient town. And I feel like a unicorn in my own city because there's not a lot of natives left. But we were like, we wanted something to be able to connect people. So now we're on Facebook. We have 47,000 members. And it really is a way to go in the group and say, hey, like I'm new here. Where can I get my hair cut at? Or I'm looking for a babysitter, or I'm looking for whatever it is that you're looking. And then it's a way for Black business owners to go on there and say, hey, like I'm a Black realtor. I want to assist you with, your home buying process or even like selling. So that's kind of like really what the platform is. It's just really for us to kind of stay connected.
And look, y'all, I'm a member too. You feel me? And I done found resources on there. All right.
There's a lot. Yes.
For real. You feel me? I found some guests on there too to be a part
Okay,
of.
nice.
Like I say, I done found resources on Black San Diego. You feel me?
Good.
You know. But yeah, I wanted you to expound on that. You feel me? And it was like I wanted to say it's a great platform.
Yeah,
I
thank you. I
appreciate
appreciate
you.
that. Well, that's kind of how we met. I mean, I know we met like with the mastermind group, but that's
Yeah.
really all that how that came about and being connected. Like through Black San Diego. That's
Yeah.
how, I mean, I'm shy, I'm introverted. People probably don't really understand that. I'm socially awkward, you name it. I am not that. But Black San Diego has very much so afforded me, but also pushed me out into the spotlight to really connect and meet with my community and know as many people as I know now. So it's very helpful to not only grow your business, but just like grow yourself too. So
Yeah. And let me tell y'all, it does grow the business. I done had people tell me, I recognize you from
yeah.
Black San Diego. I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Yeah, no, that's what we do.
Hell yeah. All right. You feel me? We coming to the end of the show. You feel me, Sheri? I got so many more questions, but we're gonna say that for another time. You feel
Well,
me?
let me know.
Hell yeah. But before we get out of here, please let the people know where they could find you, what any other like projects or any other things that you got going on that you want our people to know. And also, I'm gonna have the links in the description below to your website, you feel me, and to some of your social medias, you feel me. But let
Right.
the people know also. They like to hear it too, you feel me.
Right. You can find me on Instagram. It's I love SHEEYA. So it's I love Shea. Or you can find on Black San Diego, and that it really is like Black San Diego, all one word together. And if you're on Facebook, you can join our Facebook community, and it's Black San Diego. It's all spaces in between. Our website, sackrealty.com, SAKKrealty.com. And as far as projects, I mean, Black San Diego is always doing something, networking events, just gathering. We actually are partnering with Understory on October 18th.
Hell
For
yeah.
Understory is a Black-owned bar in Del Mar. If you're familiar with Del Mar, you know the Black folks don't go to Del Mar. But we've been making our way up there. But we are we're partnering with them and doing an event where it's like bourbon and chocolate pairing tasting. So we're grabbing the Black folks that like to, drink more than just Hennessy. So that's like our goal right there. So that's that's what we're doing. We collab with a lot of people on doing those. So I would say follow Black San Diego to figure out like all the events that we have going on. As far as Sack Realty, like we're always doing something in the community as far as like buying and selling and just really kind of educating people on the home buying process and also selling and building like wealth and portfolios. So
hell yeah. And also I've been a couple to y'all networking events. Love them.
cool.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate
And I've
that.
been to the Understory too. I didn't know that was Black owned.
Yeah, so the guy that you probably Chance,
Yeah.
that's always kind of like walking. He is one of the partners of Understory, so he's like always there. But he's a really cool dude, and as I'm getting older, I realize that I love craft cocktails and not just like give me a Long Island, but it has been like a whole different experience, and that's what they specialize in, is like craft cocktails. So
Okay. Damn. Shit, that's what's up. I remember I don't know if it was Burr, but somebody owned a tequila there too.
tequila,
Was it
or
tequila?
was it the so Understory? So Chance asked, he's on his like second or third bottle, because I have the bottles actually. I always make him sign my bottles, but they do not tequila, but they do whiskey though.
Whiskey.
So maybe they're
yeah.
So he has his own like private label and stuff that he does. Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
All right.
So we out there, we doing big things.
You already know. Hold on. You already know I gotta get air horns for that. You feel me? There we go. Hell yeah. But yeah, we about to close out the show. And once again, I appreciate you for coming on here, Sheri, and giving us some game. I learned some new stuff too. God damn. Damn leasing. But yeah, you're doing amazing things. I'm glad that Black San Diego was built. You feel me? It helped me get some resources. It actually works. You feel me? It helped us congregate and meet more Black people in San Diego, because out here in San Diego, we 5 or 6% out here.
Yes, we're very low.
Yeah,
Very low.
We'll get your numbers up. You feel me? You feel me? But yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on to the show. You feel me? This is another episode of the Seers Glare. I'm your lovely or hated host, Kamal, aka the Black Seinfeld, aka Magic X. And since I got the best audience and the best guest out there, what should y'all be doing right now? Well, what y'all waiting for? Let's go. Give yourself a round of applause. You feel me? Everyone for you too. You feel me? And for real, Shri, I'm telling you, you're doing incredible things. You feel me?
Thank
I
you.
appreciate you. You feel me? And also appreciate my tubers. You know what I mean? YouTube been around since 2005. I don't need to tell y'all what to do to get the video or the channel booming. But just like the rest of the tubers say, I'm gonna say the same thing. Like a sub a share, comment, comment, like. Y'all know what to do. Some of y'all smart out there, you feel me? Now for my Twitch family, hit your bro to follow, hit your bro to share. That'd be greatly appreciated. You feel me? Also appreciate my sponsor, First Place Losers. The link to the shop gonna be in the description below. Y'all go check out the fire ass garments made out of 100% Egyptian cotton. I guarantee it boost your sex appeal up by maybe 22%. And look here, it look good on me. Most definitely gonna look good on y'all. All right. Now, with that being said, Three, once again, I appreciate you for coming on the show. You feel me? And you helped me out. I'm glad I did that manufacturing home and get hit with that shit. Damn. I would have been sad. But we about to be out of here, y'all.
Bye.